come and have a seat. Somebody can argue over the driver's chair.
Oh, no, go in it.
Good morning, how are we? It says bogey 1, bogey 2. That's the amount of air pressure we're actually putting across on the bogey brakes. So that tells us how much air pressure. The big gauge you can see right in front of you is what we call the air brake point gauge. That is telling us actual air pressure continuous on the brake pipe from power car to power car. It's a mechanical connection via brake pipes. The one in front of you is obviously quite self-explanatory. That's our ATP and speedo. One on the right hand side coming across slightly to your right is the amp gauge. All this does is tells us exactly how many amps we're putting across the traction motors. Alright? Average set is, no, you won't overload one of these. Seriously, you won't. They're not like a 47 or a 50. You will not overload because they have high resistance traction motors to enable them to do it. What this does is this sets us up for ATP monitoring on the train. Okay? ATP will actually show us target speeds, release speeds, approaching signals and permanent speed restrictions. Okay? Coming across here, I'll hint about that in a minute. We've got fire pull systems. This is in the event of a fire. If we have a fire on this train, if we hit this one and break it, it will put out the fire on this one. If we come to a stand and the fire bells are ringing and it's not on this one, they will fire automatically on the back. If we lift this one up, we've basically got our pressure system for the Inogen fire control system. These are the big bottles located in the guard's van. Okay. Coming across, air conditioning, most important when it's warm, because obviously I don't want to get too hot. Quite rightly, young man, as you said, this is a reverser. So basically, when we switch in, we would key into we have forward, reverse, and off. This is the loud one. This is the one that we like. So this is our one, which is basically from 1 to number 5. Left-hand side with regards to that one over there, that's our brake controller, and we go from initial through steps right the way through to full service and into emergency. The little plunger you can see there is an emergency plunger. It's mechanically operated, so when we strike it, it puts the brakes on. Buttons fairly self-explanatory. We have obviously parking brake. Excuse me. We have LED test, AWS, general fault light, engine stop light, DRA. Obviously, when we need to use that. Wheel slip for wheel slip. We have guards communication as well. Not to mention, we also have locked axle and engine start. That's the important one as well. Now, throughout the whole of the journey, we are monitored on Great Western, and that is done by this piece of equipment up here. What this is OTMR. This is on-train monitoring recording equipment. It's basically a black box. So no matter what I do, whether I blow that on, so whenever I see you out about and I go, it knows I'm doing it, and it comes up out on what we call our download. So effectively, whatever I do, that monitors me. Right. I make a mistake, it will crucify me. If something goes wrong and I'm right, it will stick up for me. So effectively, we're told, so long as we do our job properly, we're never going to have a problem with it. In fact, we don't even know it's here. We just carry on with our jobs. So, you know, I mean, effectively, that's it. Wow. So effectively, that is basically what makes the Class 43 obviously quite interesting as regards to high-speed train power car. Any questions? Is there anything you'd like to ask me? But the doors is all,
but very quickly, up now. Without killing everyone.
The higher.
Not all of them. No, not all of them. They were doing them, and then they sort of stopped doing them because some people still wanted like an original one. But there are some that still don't have it, and they're the ones where you have the heat to work.
And they use these on the flasks?
Yes. We use it for it. We use these ones. We use 37 because they can go everywhere. You see, so there we go.
Yes. I'm guessing the compressor's up the other end in the nose, or is the compressor in there?
Oh, that's the old vacuum equipment. Yeah. Well, you can have a look in there. Put it this way, that thing looks just like a compressor.
Right, I think I am going to have a look in there then.
It does, yeah.
It's pretty dark in here, but it looks like there might be a compressor.
Yes, I'm still here. Get me light on.
Yeah, that helps. That does look a bit like a compressor, so I think that's the compressor there. That thing on the floor.
Keep knocking around.
Right.
Test this.
Has anybody got any questions?
Well, are you going back this afternoon?
We're
or is
going
it-
back this evening about 6 something tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, up from Paddington, then out down south and
Oh, okay. Yeah.
turn the engine and then put it away.
That's tonight you're moving in,
Tonight,
is it?
yeah.
You got to say you're going to Wellington.
Pardon?
Where did you say you're going tonight?
South or
What's the whistle?
Pardon?
What's the whistle?
That's one. And then
That's it.
we're not knowing this. We're a
Okay.
little bit more professional.
Than the others, yeah.
But
We
this,
don't need to tell everybody how good our engine is.
of course, but when Tornado starts a whistle war,
Everybody does. It's just
There's a lot more space than perhaps I thought there would be.
there's more space.
Yeah.
Well, there is until you start swinging that shovel around.
Well, yeah, true, but
I mean, it's not too bad on this because you're in a wide firebox engine. But
Yeah.
when you go on the King and you realise you've got to get coal from there about 15 feet down to the front, and actually that isn't too bad. The worst engine I've fired is Marquis K4. Because that's about 17 feet, but the grate drops away. And if you don't reach the front, you tend to drop about 2 feet short. And once you've got coal 2 feet short, it's really difficult to get over it because you've got the smoke plate. If you look in here, there's a plate there that directs air down onto the fire.
Yeah.
And you've got to get under that to get 17 feet down. So,
Q5 is still.
yeah. This isn't too bad though, but with these wide firebox engines, you've got to get coal right behind that corner there and right over into that corner over there. So it's, you know, you really...
There you go, sit down in the driver's seat.
oh, take this off.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We were nearly in the cab of this like that. When we went once, but we went to the 37.
Okay, you went there.
When you were doing driver for a fiver.
All right, yeah.
Well, at least drive cab rides.
We went for a cab ride from
Yeah.
North Weald up to Ongo.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Really good that. A couple of Christmases ago. This wasn't on, it was the 37.
Yeah.
It was 37, yeah.
So you got AWS equipment.
Yep,
Is that the wipers?
that's the wipers.
And this is the horn.
That's the horn.
Train brake,
Yep.
loco brake, power, reverser, engine start and stop, instrument lights, cab lights, AWS sunflower. I don't know what that is.
GSM radio.
Head code panel.
Yep.
You got some sort of in-cab radio.
Make sure you don't get
Brakes up there. Train heat lamp, train heat again. Engine stopped, wheel slip alarm. And then whatever these are. Foot warmers.
Yep.
Okay, that sounds nice. Then we've just got demisters and a heater fan.
So you know exactly everything, don't you?
Probably, because I've driven one of these on my train simulator on my iPad.
Excellent. Excellent.
Can I have a quick blast on the horn?
Quick go, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a
The
delay.
residence line.
Headlight switch is there, of course. And apparently it's off at the minute.
Yep, it's off.
Speedo, amps, vacuum pipes, bogey 1, bogey 2, brake pipes. So, this is amazing, and I think this does the actual water.
It does, if there is any water in there. I don't know whether
I don't think there is. And that's the DSD pedal.
Yep.
Does the bell actually work?
No, someone said he did.
Because it definitely did during the naming ceremony.
Yeah, they must have put something on it to activate it because there's not actually a pendulum in there, so I
Yeah.
don't know how they did it. They obviously rigged something up so it works, but someone reckons there's a button that says bell, but I can't find a button that says bell because if there was, I'd ring it for you. I've got high and low, and it's not the other end either. So
This looks like it has different controls to the other ones.
yeah,
Because this has a massive block instead of just a tower.
Centre console. Go low. Not high. Yeah, low, because it's quite loud out there, people get deaf.
This is my, I think this is my first 66 cab. That's a good one to start with.
The last one, yeah.
Last one's my first.
Have a seat? Sit down.
Right.
Sit down and seat, will you?
No, no thanks.
You alright?
Yeah?
Looking hot.
Didn't put suntan lotion on.
Yeah, for the morning. Yeah.
And we're going the soft
Yeah,
one.
just go soft, yeah, left and right. That's it.
You got all your controls. Is that power or brake?
Yeah, it's the power.
So
Lift it up, lift the little tunnel underneath it goes forward, yeah?
yeah. So you lift that up and then it'll
And it
go.
goes forward.
Yeah. Of course, it won't actually do anything.
No, not really.
And you got your brake here, brakes, and then is that the loco brake?
Yeah.
Emergency thing. Then you got wipers, TPWS equipment. That's an amp meter. Speedo, brake pipe, bogey brake pipes, main reservoir, train length, AWS reset, DSD pedal.
Yeah. On the middle one's the DST pedal.
Oh, this one. So you push that. AWS sunflower. Some sort of airflow indicator. I don't understand that.
Yeah, what that does is when you create your brake pipe, it puts brake pipe pressure down the brake pipe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what that does, the airflow indicator tells you the airflow from the front of the train to the back of the train.
Yeah.
When the airflow gets to the back, you can't create any more, can it? Because it's filled the pipe up. So that airflow indicator comes right back down to zero.
Yeah.
But every time you make a brake application and recreate the brake, that brake pipe pressure has to build the brake pressure up again, doesn't it? So the airflow shows the flow to the back of the train to release the brakes and all that smoke again.
Is this the GSMR just over here?
No, that's the GSM.
Oh, that's it then.
The NRN, that is.
Yeah. I'm guessing that doesn't need to be used anymore. Then you've got multiple unit start buttons. So basically, if you've got another one coupled to this and you're working in multiple, you can press that and it'll start both. And of course you've got your lighting indicators up there. Data cord, is that like a black box, pretty much?
The data cord is,
Yeah. And you've got hazards as well. And there's your lighting controls. This is incredible. Certainly makes a change to the ones where you just had this block and you had handles on the sides. This is all just integrated into the front. And you've got a clipboard, getting for the paperwork. Yeah. And then you've got your logo defects book, which has a picture of 733 on the front. Oh, there's a lot of buttons in here, I must say.
There is a lot of buttons.
Including a door ajar, which is something I've never seen and probably never will see.
What's that? Yeah. It's
Just tells you the door's open, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's really annoying because even if the door is sometimes shut, it will still go off,
Yeah.
and it's just constant.
Yes. So you've got a lot of switches, I must say.
Yeah. What ones do you want to know?
I'm guessing the 999's the siren.
Yeah, that turns the blue lights on, and then.
Oh, it turns the blue lights on.
Yeah, well then that, because without the blue lights you can't have the siren on anyway. So yeah, that is both for that. That one engages from drive to the pump at the back.
Yep.
So we can use the water that's stored in the back. And then one's cab lights.
Yeah.
That's like reverse. You know when you reverse, it makes a noise. You can turn it off.
Sort of beep, beep,
That's it,
beep,
yeah.
beep.
You probably know more than I do about it.
This is the gear lever for the transmission system. It's literally a button.
Yes.
Literally buttons.
Yeah. They're easy to drive actually.
Yeah.
They are.
What's this? Brake?
That's a handbrake, yeah.
Ah.
So literally in drive, handbrake off, and you're away.
It's that easy.
You could probably drive. You would drive this.
Yeah. As long as my foot can. Is that the clutch button down there?
No, that's for the siren actually.
Is that the siren on?
Yeah, when you press that, it'll turn it on. and then you press it again, it'll turn it off. But usually we've got one this side, so the officer in charge will be in charge of the sirens.
So basically, your foot, your brake and your accelerator are over here. That's it.
That is it. That's it. Reverse, neutral, drive, brake, accelerator, handbrake. That's it. Steering wheel.
So that's your siren control. Then you got your brake and your accelerator.
Yeah.
There's your lights. So basically, if you push one of these down, it puts a light on.
Yes.
So
I think that blue lights are on, aren't they? That's up.
yeah. I don't think the blue lights are on right now, are
Are
they?
they not?
I don't think so, but they're definitely not anymore.
They're definitely not now.
Yeah. So if I push that, they would go on.
Go on, try it. Got to hold it down for a few seconds. Yeah, they're on.
Yeah, they're on. And then if I push this, it would put the siren on.
No, the engine will have to be on.
Oh, the engine has to be on.
Yeah.
So the siren doesn't work unless the engine's on.
No.
Right. And then push the cancel all, and it turns everything off.
It turns everything off.
Well, I must say this has been a first.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I better make way to let someone else in now.
Alright, no worries.
Thanks for explaining everything. But
That's
lastly,
alright.
what's that?
That's a radio.
That's a radio. And then you've got a
and
clock,
that's-
interestingly, but it doesn't appear to be on time.
What is the time?
Unless it is, and I'm just not doing
No,
very
a
well.
lot of them ain't on time.
What's that number?
I just can't press the button because I'm holding a camera.
What's that number?
I'm on my phone.
It is actually just a minute. That's on time. That is on time.
Yeah, that's the
It's probably a
first.
first. Yes.
Yeah, so that's how you answer the radio.
Yeah. So you use that thing.
Use that, yeah.
Yes. And then that's some sort of. It tells you when you're on call or something.
No, that's just that jar thing you were saying about.
Oh, but this.
Yeah, that just flash.
Yeah, and I'm guessing it's a bit distracting.
Actually, I don't know what. Yeah, that is the jar one. Yeah. I don't know what that is actually. Good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, thank you.
No worries.
Don't touch the tire, it's filthy.
Wow.
Can I sit in for a second, Dustin, and drive?
That's brilliant.